Hello everyone. Welcome to Confessions Jury, where people put themselves on the spot, waiting for your judgment. Sit comfortably and listen carefully, as you're about to hear today's cases. You hold the hammer and you apply the law. Let us have your verdict down in the comments section. As always, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Let's head on to our first case. Case 1. Am I the bad person for asking my friend to leave my birthday dinner because she made the entire night about her? So, I, 28F, just had my birthday dinner last weekend. I invited a close group of friends to a nice restaurant, and everyone was in a good mood until my friend Claire, 29F, arrived. For some context, 29F, arrived. For some context, Claire has always had a bit of a dramatic streak, but I never thought she'd pull something like this. The night started off great, but the moment Claire walked in, she sighed loudly and said, "Oh, sorry, I almost didn't make it. It's been such a terrible day." Naturally, we asked her what happened because, well, we're decent people. She launched into a story about her ex texting her, how work has been draining her, and how she's just feeling really emotionally fragile right now. At first, I was sympathetic, everyone has bad days. But as the night went on, she kept steering the conversation back to herself. Someone would try to talk about something lighthearted, like their new job or a recent trip, and Claire would somehow find a way to turn it into something about her struggles. "Oh, you went to Italy? That must be nice. I can't even afford a vacation because I'm paying for therapy," or, "Oh, you got a promotion. Must be nice to have your life together." By the time dessert came, I was barely holding it together. I didn't want to make a scene, but I was frustrated that my birthday dinner had become Claire's pity party. I quietly asked her if we could maybe focus on something more positive, and she rolled her eyes and said, "Wow, sorry I'm not cheerful enough for you on your special day." That was it for me. I calmly told her that if she was that upset and needed support, maybe she should call it a night and head home. She got really defensive, said I was being insensitive, and stormed out. The rest of the evening was fine after that, but the damage was done. Now, Claire is texting our mutual friends saying I humiliated her and that she was just being honest about her feelings. Some friends think I was justified, others think I should have let it slide because Claire is just like that. Honestly, I don't think I did anything wrong. Who hijacks someone's birthday like that? So, am I the bad person for asking her to leave my birthday dinner? What do you guys think? Lay down your ruling in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 2. Am I the bad person for telling my older brother I don't want him in my life if he can't stop calling me a sinner? So I, F21, have an older brother who is M30, and growing up I've always looked up to him until today when I found out he is homophobic. I'm bisexual and I'm out and proud. I found out because my brother texted me saying I'm a sinner and all that stuff. He continues to call my mother a whore and that me and my other siblings were born out of wedlock and he wasn't. He texted me today and told me I'm a sinner and how I need to repent to God. I called him a horrible older brother. 'Cause growing up he was. He was always going out getting drunk or high and getting arrested, and now that he's married and has 4 kids he wants to choose God, which I told him to believe what he wants and that I'm completely done with him. I've tried for years to be a great little sister, but not once has he tried to be a great older brother. I told him that my sisters don't want anything to do with him and neither do I, and he said I will regret not becoming straight and believing in God. Now I believe in God, but I also believe that God said to love everyone, and that's what I'm doing. I told him I love him and wish the best for him, but I can't and won't be in someone's life who calls me a sign every time we talk and tells me to repent to God. And now he's going around and calling me an asshole. He's calling me selfish for not wanting to be in his life nor his kids' lives. I told him I'm protecting my mental health and peace from this chaos and to never contact me again. So am I the bad person for telling my older brother I don't want him in my life anymore because he continues to call me a sinner? What do you guys think of this one? Let us know in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 3. Am I the bad person for quitting my part-time job to stop my parents using my money on my siblings? I, 16 started doing things to make money when I was 13. Babysitting, mowing lawns, running errands for neighbors, and stuff like that. Then I was able to help out at a friend's parents' store for a bit of extra cash. Then I was finally able to get a real part-time job. The thing is, the money wasn't ever really mine. My parents are bad with money, and they like to spoil my younger siblings, 10F, 8M, 7M, and 5F. So their money gets spent on them, and then they freak because they don't have money for Christmas or their birthdays, and they have put a lot of pressure on me to give it to them. Sometimes they stole it, and when I confided in some other adults about it, I was told that being under 18 meant there was nothing I could do except trying to talk it out. I did try. But talking to my parents is so frustrating, and they didn't care about logic or how calm I am or how well I make my point. I rehearsed before talking to them and everything. They argued back each time that my siblings are younger and they don't deserve to be hurt because of my shitty teenage attitude or my entitlement, because I think I should be treated the same as them when I'm way older. For 3 years running, they were taking money from me to spend on my siblings. Not just for their birthdays or Christmas, but other times too. For no other reason than just because. I argued back a few times in frustration too, but you know that never goes anywhere, and a couple of weeks ago I quit my job and I told my parents I won't work again until I'm out of their house. They grounded me until yesterday, and we fought about it yesterday. I'll be grounded in another week if I don't get my job back or get another one. They told me it was a selfish and stupid thing to do. They told me I should understand life isn't always equal and I'm expecting too much from them. Am I the bad person? Can't wrap my head around that story. What do you think? Who is in the wrong there? Let us know down in the comments section, and let's move on to our last case. Case 4. Am I the bad person for simply telling my grandma and aunt that I will not be willing to help if my mother has another baby? I'm 15F and I'm absolutely tired of being the third parent of my siblings. I have 5 siblings and only one is older than me, and he doesn't live here. I have 4 younger ones and 3 are still in elementary school, 8, 6, 5. They were all born when I was in elementary school. Guess how embarrassing that was. My mom swears up and down her life that she made it to all my events at school, which is a lie. I'm in 10th grade now, and my brother, 6, was talking to my grandma and aunt about how he wants my mom to have a baby and he wants it to be a boy and how I could be taking care of it. I said no, I'm not, and my grandma said it would be helpful to your mom and dad if you did, and my brain, I don't give a damn. Mini backstory: when I was 10, my little sister was born. In 2019 is when I turned into the third parent. My mom took us to our dad's mom's house often, and when my little sister was like 4 to 5 months old, she started coming along. She hated my grandma, so she was always stuck on me, since I'm the oldest. I made the bottles, I changed diapers, I did bath time, I did nap time, I did night shift, I did playtime. It was a struggle having to do bottles every other 2 hours and feed. It was a struggle having to change diapers that smelled like it vomited in a room full of dead people. It was a struggle having to deal with an infant who hated bath time and refused to come out. It was a struggle having to get her to nap without contact. It was a huge struggle and painfully difficult having to wake up every 2 hours to a crying baby because she was gassy, hungry, needed a fresh diaper, or wanted to be held, pretty much anything. While my other siblings and my cousin was up and around playing and watching TV. I was stuck having to feed a baby and rock her to sleep, and it was so difficult, especially for a 10-year-old. She would be on me like glue, no kidding. She would cry nonstop if she wasn't laying on me or I wasn't holding her. It was a tragic experience having a baby in your arms while you used the toilet. Father, I was constantly tired as a 10-year-old. My mom would say, "You're a big sister. The baby's like you." And I'm like, "Nah, woman. You keep your damn legs close until I see fit." So, am I the bad parent for saying I'm not willing to help with another child if my mom decides to have another one? You've sat down, you've listened. Now, it's time to state your ruling. What is it gonna be? Let us have it down in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more cases like these. In life, we may run, but we can never hide from true justice. Stay safe, everyone.